NVDA, the company everybody talks about recently, and who not after the spectacular year they're having and the last reported earnings where they beat all the estimates and expectations. That's why I decided to give you my take about the company, share with you my analysis and what I think the future stores for this stock. So make sure you watch until the end because I've prepared a lot of valuable information which I guarantee you don't want to miss. And without further ado, let's jump straight into the presentation. Starting off with the fundamentals and the most recent earnings report, which was published yesterday after the market closed. They absolutely crushed it. They were able to beat the estimates for the earnings per share basis with almost 30%, reporting 2.7 earnings per share. The estimates were sitting around 2.08. What's more, this is around almost tripled, the number almost tripled on quarter-over-quarter basis. The revenue grew almost doubled as well on quarter-over-quarter basis, and they were able to beat the estimates with more than 20%. Fantastic quarter for them. So let's dig in more and see what's happening on the balance sheet. So the revenue, as we already discussed, doubled quarter-over-quarter, now sitting just shy of $14 billion. Fantastic. They're currently money making machine. The operating expenses, not much happening there. Absolutely steady growth, nothing much to see here. They look healthy as they can be. The big thing, the gross profit margin, currently sitting at around 70%. It too doubled for on year-to-year basis. Last year same time it was below 45%. Now August 2023 it sits at 70% gross profit margin, which is the revenue minus the cost of goods. Next we have the net profit margin. Even better story, we have 45%, even more than 45% net profit margin currently. Last year same time it was sitting on 10%. So imagine if you are selling chips and you sell it $100 a piece. For each sale you make $45 profit. This is phenomenal. This is as good as it can get, you know. The free cash flow, currently they sit on more than 6 billion free cash flow, which as well more than doubled on quarter-over-quarter basis. They're sitting on ton of cash, well prepared for all the turbulence that the economy might have for us. The net cash and equivalents, steady growth there. As we already said, they sit on a ton of cash, around the 5 billion mark. Interesting here on the stock repurchases side. So for around a year now, they were repurchasing stocks. I guess they knew what's coming, and they went on a 1 year buying spree, topping almost $10 billion in stock repurchases. I guess they knew what's coming, and they were smart enough to start repurchasing their stock when it was like around the 200 mark, 230, something like this last year. Next, we have the price to earnings ratio, which leveled up big time. So before the earnings, it was around the 250 mark. Now after the reported earnings, it crossed below the average and went in around the 120 mark. So NVDA delivers. It leveled up, and what we have in store might be the price to keep on pushing higher and higher. So DPS, as we already discussed, fabulous numbers from around $1 earnings per share. We are currently way above the 250 EPS, almost tripled quarter-over-quarter basis. Spectacular numbers. And the ROE, return on equity, we see that we are almost hitting the 45% mark. So they're returning a lot of value to their shareholders, and they deliver. So imagine if you are quant fund manager or asset manager or whatever, and you have 20 million that you need to invest. Where would you put that money? It's obvious, you want to put it into the good companies, and NVIDIA looks like the forefront of all these AI craze and this AI boom. Great, now that we dug deep into the balance sheet, the income statement and all the fundamentals NVIDIA has, I've prepared some quant data I want to share with you, which is real interesting, at least for me. My brother is a quantitative developer, so he developed a lot of tools that help us gain an edge in the market and find hidden spots and pockets of information which we can use and leverage to extract even more value for our trading. So we have a proprietary quant filter, which is the blue line here on the chart. We have two lines which are for the extremes. One is the red and the other one is yellow. So all things considered, if we are above the red lines, we have an extremum at the upside, so we are maybe looking for a short, and vice versa for where we are below the yellow line or hit the yellow line, we are looking for an opportunity to go long. If you want, you can pause the video here and study it further, but as we can see here, we are above the red line. Still, I don't think here it's short. Yes, maybe it can be short, but I am more into some consolidation, some take profit from the institutional investors, and we are going higher, maybe pushing above the 500 mark. Next, we have the retail traders trading sentiment. Again, if you want, you can pause the video and study it further. Really powerful too. As we can see, it can be negative or positive. Currently, we are way into the positive territory of the retail traders sentiment. As you can see, previously when it was positive and was pushing higher, it meant that the price pushed higher as well. Next, we have the retail traders trading activity. Two spikes here, and if you study this graph, you see what I mean. First one was around the previous earnings report, where the price opened like 15% pre-market, and it was only going north from there. As you can see here, we have another, so to say, high, which resulted, of course, on the highest high up to date, for at least at that point, for the stock. Then the retail trading activity went down. Yes, they suck some of the liquidity out of the market, and the price retraced in July and early August, and now the retail trading activity is up through the roof again, and we are seeing what's happening with the price. So my expectation is that consolidation and push higher, or even we can start pushing higher right away. Okay, and finally, let's jump to the chart and see the price action of NVIDIA. As we already discussed, after the bell, they reported their earnings on Wednesday. Next day, pre-market, the price was trading above $500 per share on the pre-market. Then it opened around 500, and it was only going south from then. Now we just opened, the market just opened, and the price is trading at negative 1.2%. What I think the price action would look like, most probably it will retrace, take a breather. Of course, there will be some take profits, I think, at least from the big players who bought like below the 400 mark, but they'll maybe start hedging. But to what my expectation is, we hit and bounce from the 20 moving average. A lot of volume, as you can see as well. And yeah, that's generally my view on NVIDIA. I hope you found this video helpful, guys. If you did, please like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel, as I will be putting more videos where I discuss my stock picks, my analysis of the market, and give you real value data to help and boost your trading experience. That's all for now. Thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next video.